MTA New York City traffic.
So the guy came and sat in front of me, is carrying a Bellevue bag. My mother was killed in Bellevue. So they're 20 me as an immigrant. They're giving people my itinerary. So if they can drive you crazy, they can kill you. This is the new way they're killing people. They were putting my mother on the wrongful psychiatric lockup, killed her. They killed a black American like that, also put him in a wrongful psychiatric lockup. Elijah McClain in Denver, Colorado. My Oregon that was helping me here in New York. They were putting him under a wrongful psychiatric lockup, killed him. They put me in this wrongful psychiatric lockup, stole my green card. So there's something wrong going on in America. They take advantage of people. So during this, so my mother was killed in Bellevue Hospital, and this guy came and sat in front of me, carrying Bellevue Hospital bag, and he was waving at me. So they've been taunting me, saying I'm going to be killed next. So this is what's going on. They're robbing immigrants, falsely declaring people crazy, and have the police beat you up and kill you. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. I want to take them to court, and I want to be able to rent a hotel room. The police wrongfully took my home on Staten Island 15 years ago. A black American was helping me with the court papers at Regana. The court papers, receipt number is 13CV5052, and they took that Regana dead. And today I was on the train, somebody pressed the emergency brake, and my hair, and I had an accident. My teeth is now shaking. My teeth are about to fall out. When it falls out, I'm going to record it. So this is what I'm experiencing. Having people taunt me and stuff. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, and or to me in person. Excuse me, sir. Hello, I'm trying to get in. Could you give me space? One second.
Close the door, please.
So there's a lot of hostility towards poor people. So I'm a homeless Nigerian immigrant. My mother was killed here, declared crazy wrongfully and killed. Our own daughters set her up because she owns property all over the world. She invested in gold in Ghana and stuff, and those were trying to rob her, and she was an older person. So they were poisoning her and killed her. Also before they killed my mother, the police unlawfully evicted me and my mother from a basement apartment we rented, wrongfully. And they wrongfully evicted us. And then Regana was helping us with court papers. They choked him dead. Then after they killed my mother, also the police, the guy slapped me, and I was screaming because I was getting jumped, and the police came and knocked me down, and they took me to the psych ward. And they diagnosed me with all kinds of mental illnesses. Say when somebody slaps you and you're angry, that means you're crazy. They say in American law that means you're crazy, you're schizophrenic, you're paranoid, you're this, you're that. So apparently the city of New York signed an agreement with the hospital that they should be lying on homeless people, calling them crazy, and lock them up, don't let them come out. So they're kidnapping people in America, as this Trump is threatening to invade Canada, take over Greenland, and all kinds of exaggeration. So please, if you're watching my video, please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. And I criticize the government here a lot, so they're hiring thugs to beat me up, slap me, and if I dare react, the police will knock me down and take me to the psych ward. If somebody slaps you and you cry, that means you're crazy, you're depressed, you're manic, and they're doing whatever. So this is crazy. I don't think the foreigners will be safe for the World Cup in the summer. Already the German Football Association, they're considering not bringing the German team in the summer. They killed my mother, locked her up in the psych ward, and nobody would help you. The lawyers there wouldn't help you. And the guy was carrying a bag with Bellevue Hospital written on it. My mother was killed in Bellevue Hospital, and it was waving at me on the train. So they want to arrest me again. So they've been having people jump me, and if you get angry, the police will come and lock you up in the psych ward. The last time they did that to me, the police said, how the guy slapped me, and then they arrested me. They stole my green card, stole all the money I saved up. So the German team said that they're most likely they won't bring their team here. So it's not safe. the way they're mistreating a lot of countries, so they're going to pull out of the World Cup. You know, So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless, so I can at least get a place to rent. They're stressing me out. I was on the train today, E-train. So they hired some gang members to be provoking me, and one of them slammed the emergency brake, and people almost collapsed on top of me. And my head hit the wall and stuff. So one of my teeth is now broken. The teeth is gonna come out. So I'm gonna take a video. They're torturing me live, and I keep contacting the MTA president. He doesn't help me. He's a black American. His name is Demetrius Krishlo. So I say, if you're an immigrant, nobody gives a damn about you. Late at night when I'm sleeping, people are trying to set me on fire. They've burnt me 2 times now. I have scars on my body. So they say they're going to terrorize me until I leave America. They're slamming the emergency brake when I'm on the train. I was eating, and somebody slammed the emergency brake. And people that were standing near me almost collapsed on top of me. My head also hit the wall. Now my teeth I'm about to fall out. So when it falls out, I'm going to take a video of it, to show it's very shaky. That's a shit, So please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless, or to me in person. I'm thinking not conditional charitable donation. Also, I'm trying to go to school. I finished high school in Nigeria at 15. I'm now almost 45 years old. I've been trying to finish college yet. It's just the xenophobia, hatred has made me not able to finish college for 30 years. Even my mother told me to give up already. Said everybody that started college behind you in Africa has graduated. So the homelessness condition I'm experiencing, but I still want to go to college. When I was a young child, people used to tell my mother that I was so brilliant. I finished high school at 15. Then my mother brought me. I was arrested at the airport. They said a green card didn't cover me, so they canceled my visa at the airport wrongfully. And I spent 8 years. They put me in prison. It took 8 years to resolve the case. My mother had a heart attack. So I was trying to sue the U.S. immigration, and Uganda was going to help me. They went and choked him dead. My teeth is hurting so bad. Okay, it's hard to sue the government here or fight for civil rights. People that have fought for civil rights in the past, like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they were all assassinated. So what they're using now is they're using civilian gangs. They said normally they use them in prison, but now they use them to attack me on the street and in front of people. One of them was slammed me on the floor as I was talking and was choking me. Everybody ran away from the train. Nobody tried to save me. And I recorded the whole situation, and the police came. The police officer was laughing and wouldn't help me either. So they're torturing us immigrants, and this is really absurd. So please, if you're watching my video, please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless. That's my Cash App. And you can also watch the rest of my videos on YouTube. And my teeth is about to fall off. It's really hurting. So I could at least, get a place to stay and take pain medication. So they're committing open terrorism on the train. And I went to the Brooklyn DA's office. Said they've stolen my green card, killed my mother, killed a black American that was helping me. And they told me they can't help me either. I should contact U.S. immigration. I'm like, people walk to the immigration office and don't come back out. I said, I'm an immigrant, you can't protect me. I said, this is terrorism. The U.S. immigration can't arrest U.S. citizens. I said, the people are attacking my U.S. citizens, And the guy hung up the phone on me. Then I went to their office also, because they have a shelter for victims of crime. And they told me now I should go to the general shelter. So apparently my mother being killed, my green card being stolen, it's not enough crime. I don't know what else has to happen to qualify for, as a crime victim.
This is a Jamaica Southbound local train.
You
The
know.
next stop is 65th Street.
So please, I'm seeking non-conditional
Clear of the
charitable
closed
financial
doors,
donation to
please.
my Cash App and West Homeless, and or to me in person. And those that want to give me a student loan, because I heard right now they have free college courses like nursing, a 2-year program, don't have to pay nothing. So if you're in New York, so all I need is just money to pay for my housing. I've tried going to school while homeless. It didn't work out. I ended up failing. So I would like to rent an apartment. I think it costs like $1,000 a month to rent an apartment. So if anybody can help me pay some month rent or up to a year, like $12,000, so I can get back on my feet. They've stolen my green card. When the police arrested me after a guy slapped me, and they arrested me, said I was angry because the guy, I said, yeah, somebody just slapped me on police camera. Of course I'm so angry, and they went and looked on my disciple, and they diagnosed me with all kinds of mental illnesses. If somebody slapped you and you're angry, it means you're schizophrenic, paranoid, bipolar. It's a real mess. I met another Nigerian who was homeless. They said they locked him up in the mental ward also. It's diagnosed him. So it's from a xenophobia, and it's a war crime
Stand clear
to
of the
use
closed doors,
people
please.
to use medical facilities to hold people hostage. Hitler used to do that. Lock people up in concentration camps and gas chambers. It's a war crime to use medical facilities and drugs, to needles, injection, to torture people. So they're doing that to immigrants being locked up in immigration prison because it makes it easier to deport them. Because planes wouldn't take somebody if the person is protesting, doesn't want to be deported. So they say now, as soon as they arrest people, the ICE, they're forcing these people to take psych medication so that they can tranquilize them before putting them on the plane. And a lot of these people are not even crazy, but they said they're forcefully feeding them psychiatric medication. So when the day they're about to deport them, they will tell the doctor to inject them with a lot of psych medicine. So a lot of them will be asleep as they're being deported. So this is like Nazism galore. My mother was a U.S. citizen, also they locked her up in the psych. Of course, she went to Bellevue to treat a heart disease. A black American helping me also. They tried to lock him up inside, killed him. Another black American in Denver, Colorado, they said was wearing a ski mask. He said he was wearing a ski mask because he has anemia, and they wanted to lock him up in the psych ward. They said he was wearing a ski mask. In 2019, people weren't really wearing ski masks. There wasn't COVID then, and they choked him dead. So they said the police are abusing. You can also Google NYPD killing black Americans while trying to lock them up in psych ward in Brooklyn. So they weaponize psychiatry to kill people. So please, I'm trying to sue. They said Bloomberg started that. Said they should be arresting poor people and putting them in psych ward. It's a billionaire that was the mayor, and it gets to keep all these billions of dollars, and it's ruined so many lives. Under those psych policy, they arrested my friend Eric Garner. As he was helping me, said they were going to lock him up and kill him. They arrested my mother, killed her. It was trying to put her in psych, but she was a U.S. citizen from Nigeria. Eric Garner was a U.S. citizen, and Bloomberg brought that policy of mass psychiatric incarceration. And he gets to keep his billions. Doesn't have to pay a single penny. I think they added that policy from the 1990s, if I excuse me if I'm wrong, because it said a black American homeless pushed a woman into the train track
The next stop
You know,
is
that's when they
Red
created that
Avenue.
law, but it wasn't really implemented that they should. If anybody shows any signs of aggression, they should lock them up on the sidewalk. You know, but Bloomberg, you know, they never really enforced that law, but Bloomberg, you know, told them to enforce it. So that under Bloomberg, they started mass enforcing that law. I'm like, just because one black American that was homeless pushed a white woman to the train track, that means a lot of, and they've been killing a lot of blacks since then because of what one homeless black American did. I mean, there are many whites that killed people, serial killers. I don't see them mass locking up white males. So a lot of a lot of serial killers are more likely to be white males. I don't see them mass arresting white males. You know, so because of what one black American homeless did to a white woman, she was coming home from work, and he went and stood behind her and pushed her to an oncoming train track. And he came and train around over. So since then, you know, since 1990, people like me, you know, have been locked up in psych ward. My mother killed while they were trying to lock her up wrongfully. Eric Garner killed while they were trying to lock her up wrongfully. You know, so this has to stop. This has to stop. So anytime the weather is low like this, some 10 homeless have already died already. So they can't afford rent. So they've been hiring their thugs to try to set up a fight with me, to give them an excuse to lock me up in the psych ward. It's just to punish me for suing the government here. You know. So one of their thugs came on the E-train with me and slammed the emergency brake while the train was on full speed, and the train tilted and my head back against the wall. So people were crashing into me. Now my teeth's about to fall off. You know. And I've been contacting the MTA president, Christo Dimitris. He's a black American. By email, doesn't respond back to me. I've been contacting him in the past. I've been terrorized. People are trying to set me on fire on the train. When I'm sleeping, I wake up to people putting lighter in my face, about to burn me. They burned me in the past, set me on fire. I had to quickly, you know, stop the fire. I just felt a lot of heat on me, and the police wouldn't help me. You know, so this is crazy. You know, so I don't think the World Cup is safe for foreigners. That's just my opinion, but some people are risk takers. You know, because the police is not helping me. And I went to the Brooklyn District Attorney's office, and they said they can't help me either. I should contact immigration. Because people are trying to set me on fire. I said when people walk to the immigration office, they don't come back out, even when they have a court date. I like, are you threatening me with deportation? Say my help will come from immigration. I'm like, a lot of immigrants go to the immigration office to attend court cases, and the immigration would lock them up, even though the judge asks them to. They're free on bail. You know, so I believe that's a deportation threat from the Brooklyn DA's office, because you don't need to refer an immigrant to go and seek assistance from the immigration office. If I want to contact immigration, I will contact them. My immigration status has nothing to do with people trying to burn me alive on the train. It has nothing to do with my mother being killed. You know, so that DA, Brooklyn DA, has to be arrested for discrimination. It's a Spanish guy. His name is Gonzalez. I'm a Nigerian. I've been emailing him for many months, and he doesn't respond. So I threatened. I reported him to a anti-corruption agency called the New York State Commission on Ethics and Lobbying in Government. They have the power to lock him up in prison. And we had one of his assistants call me on the phone and say, you know, you need to contact immigration for all your problems. Stop bothering us. I'm like, people walk into the immigration office and they don't be coming out. You know, the immigration would mistakenly deport them. I said, all my immigration documents have been stolen. You police are the ones that could help me contact the immigration, you know, and help me arrest the people that stole my stuff. And he hung up the phone on me. That's why I called him back, and he told me, you know, there's no help they can give me. All my help should come from the immigration office. I said, criminals are trying to set me on fire. So this is weird. He told me his name is Anthony. So I want to sue. I want to hire a lawyer. So anyone watching my video or anyone on the train with me, this is crazy. Please, if you can donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. You know, because this is so unsafe. And they've been stealing all my stuff. I had a lot of luggages up to here. And they've stolen all my luggages with my clothing, underwear. So all I have is one clothes left. So this is their New Year special. To keep me in very dirty, sordid condition. It helps them to lock you up in a mental ward and get away with it. So they're stealing all my clean clothes, clean underwear, clean socks. They said it helps them to be able to frame you up. And in case they kill you in the process, and then claim, well, the person was dirty and we thought they were crazy. You know. So they scare me from using the public bathroom. I have diarrhea also. They always bring the police to arrest me in the bathroom.
This is a Jamaica Center bound local train.
You're homeless also? Do they bother you?
71st Avenue.
The police, they bother you?
Stand clear of the
They don't
closed
bother you?
doors, please.
Sometimes they do, yeah. Yeah. Do they ever try to lock you up in a mental ward? They've locked you up in a mental ward? How long ago?
Couple months ago.
How many months ago?
Couple months ago.
Couple of months ago?
3 months ago.
3 months ago for what? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
Well, laying down on the train all night.
And they went and locked you up in the mental ward for laying down on the train? How long did you stay in the mental ward?
3 months.
3 months for laying down on the train? Because you were tired? You know, not laying down is torture. Not laying down good. Do you have a contact information? You have a phone number? Do you have a email?
Nah, I'm trying to get all that together when I get out.
And what is your name?
Lamik.
Can you spell it?
L-A-M-E-I-K. Lamik.
Say it again.
Lamik.
Spell it.
L-A-M-E-I-K.
L-A-M-E-I-K.
Yeah.
And what's your last name?
B-E-R-G-A-R.
B-E-R-G-A.
Alright.
Alright, okay. Try and get a Facebook account. I'm so sorry. I want to contact you. I was locked up in the mental ward also. I want to see if I can find a lawyer to help us. Because they shouldn't put you in the mental ward for 3 months because you lay down on the train. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. I'm getting off.
This is a Jamaica Center bound
Oh, you're getting off too?
The next stop is 71st
Yeah.
Avenue.
That is crazy. You know, so this is what this Eric Adam is doing. You know, if somebody's tired and lay down the train, why diagnose them as crazy? Why not just charge them under the whatever violation? You know, why be calling homeless people crazy? All right, but just be safe. I don't know if it's crazy or not, but I know I'm not crazy. Wrongful, you can't medicate poverty. So the city council, you have to investigate this. This Eric Adams started this policy. It was trying to stop me as a Nigerian from getting civil rights, from getting justice. You know, this is some black Americans hate Africans, that we sold their ancestors to slavery. And his own family friend, Eric Garner, was trying to help me, and the police killed his family friend. So out of jealousy, when Eric Garner was mayor, he wouldn't help me. I contacted him like every day online. He wouldn't help me. I met him in front of Church Street and Wall Street near the immigration office. As I was begging for money, he came to throw me. I said, "Sir, can you help me?" And he walked past me, went to the New York Law School. And he's been lying. He was lying back then that anytime he sees a homeless, he always tries to put us in a shelter. And I've been emailing him for many years saying the police vacated me from my home, and there's a court order that they should be putting people they vacate in hotels permanently. And it wouldn't respond back to my email, but it wouldn't help me. That's what I mean by that. But it will help his fellow Black Americans that were vacated. Like when he went to the Bronx, they had a fire, and they were vacated by the city of New York, and he put them in a private hotel. I think he even gave them money out of his pocket. So it was very. It was engaging in disparate treatment, whereby we help Black Americans and refuse to help. So this is what is going on. So City Council, you have to investigate this. Even the new mayor was born in Africa, Mandani. He also came to troll me. I was sending the new mayor also messages on Instagram throughout last year. And he also came to meet me on front of 2 Broadway in Manhattan and walked past me as a secretary, helped me. So right here in Queens, Mandani was the assemblyman for Queens. I used the bathroom in the women's bathroom, and some Black American women told me, one day we're gonna drag you out of the bathroom. You're not a real woman. And then I contacted the Queens prosecutor, Melinda Cash. She wouldn't help me either. So I started coming to use the bathroom, and I started using it. I was going to Manhattan to use the bathroom at number 2 Trent Chambers, and the police came and dragged me out, lied on me. After a Black American woman had told me here, they have a bathroom here. And as soon as and anytime I come here to use the bathroom, they'll bring the police to stand in front of the door to scare me. I have diarrhea. I was born a boy, I'm now a girl. So the city council, you have to do something about this. The New York State Commission on Ethics and Lobbying Government has to do something about it. The bathroom is now closed. They used to leave it open from 5 a.m. to 12 midnight before. And when they saw during COVID, they locked it up for 4 years. And now they changed the hours to just 12 hours. So that, they used to leave it open for like 20 hours before. But as soon as I saw I'm in Nigeria and I'm homeless, I used the bathroom a lot. Just to reduce the hours to try to get me to mess up my pants. I said, historically, they've always discriminated against Africans and blacks here in America due to slavery. Especially don't let us use bathrooms. So this is what's going on.